youngest teams in the conference. And with Cooper making his second start, a lot to look forward to this evening. Starting five for the Georgia Bulldogs, presented by Farm Rich. Katie Johnson will come off the bench. That's certainly something you could sell to the Auburn fan base. Wheeler couldn't get the bounce. It'll be tracked down by Kamara. And a fresh 20. Farm Rich. Second start for Sharife Cooper, the 5-star. Alan Flanagan in a more natural position instead of having to run the...
Do you think either one of these head coaches will find their chair on the bench tonight? You would never get that role at the Carnival.
Tigers lead at 8-4. Cooper attacking off glass cap.
Great example of Cooper and what I talked about at the top in terms of a guard who plays at different speeds.
Vince has been contagious, fearless. The second he steps on the floor this evening.
Position threes.
And Johnson, one of his first touches, he gives it right back to Auburn. He looks a little thicker than that, and just getting the first glance of him.
Marla would be better off using some ball fakes, get defenders up off the...
You can see little flashes of what Auburn has been in recent years with the three balls and with the transition buckets at times. They're a fun team to watch, and you know the wins haven't really followed yet this year. Ty Fagan checking in for the first time. Garcia goes to work, rejected. Stretch Akingbola got there in time on the putback. Boy, Auburn protecting the rim at a very high level so far.
Right now it's a block fest. Teams got in the middle of the ring in the second half and kind of traded blows. Fun stuff.
Called the foul before the basket, obviously. Went against Kyer. I mean, that's why you want to go play for Bruce, right? You know you're going to get your looks at it. And we're talking about the tournament, which we believe is going to take place this year. And it's a big deal to pick up those quad one wins.
Well, think about this. The committee is still...
Sharife himself, and a lot of excitement with both of these guys now playing in the SEC. And they're matched up against each other right now.
I like the conversation we had with Bruce because he talked about finding out.
Is that common for a veteran coach to do something like that?
I don't think so. I think that's one for you, Roy. Florida has a quad 3 loss already on their resume. It's their home loss to, but Garcia stayed with the play, created the loose ball, and then Johnson was able to finish against
the Alabama game, and there were probably 10 to 12 plays just like that. Lobs at the rim that were beautifully. Cooper attacking. How about the patience that Joe Lenardi as Wheeler connects? Lead is now back down to 5.
Yeah, if Wheeler's allowed to go.
Both teams in the bonus rest of the way. Cooper taking his time again. 7. Cooper launches. Kamara left open for the board. Learned that I did not know that. But aren't we just a fount of information tonight? Cooper, the spin. Connects.
Again, the Georgia staff talking about needing. I asked them, who do you need more from? They talked about McMillan and Ned. And one thing that I'm seeing in the net so far this year, Roy, losses really matter because you don't have a lot of, because their future is in front of them.
I don't like the eye test. I don't like it. That reminds me of football season, and I'm not here for Auburn. 7 blocks in this first half. It feels like they have about twice as many.
Yes, it does. Great
Cooper. Cooper has 4. Auburn lead is 8, approaching 3 to play in the first. Wheeler, he's got 7.
We talked about Cooper being fun to watch. I think Wheeler's fun to watch. 4 assists. He's got to cut down on his turnovers.
Wheeler left open again. Same shot, different result.
Ask me again.
Flanagan benefits Cooper, right?
Oh, there's no. That's good execution out of the timeout. Those ATOs, as coaches refer to them. Every coach wants to think that their team can execute those. Facing an execution after the Tom Crean timeout. Will know what to tell his team in the locker room at half.
Wheeler, the step back. Elbow J, well short. A rebound claimed by Akingbola. Here comes Auburn.
Roy, how many of those fouls have been needless fouls?
Sure. Kyer turns it over. Here comes Cooper. Easy basket.
Johnson that the Georgia staff talked about. Turnover margin. How many times do you turn it over versus how many times do you force your...
3 seconds remaining. Cooper's got to hurt. And Thor, another rebound. Flanagan left wide open.
Good look, though. I love the fact that Cooper has the maturity, even as a freshman, to make this. Sharife Cooper reminds me of a little bit. Tremont Waters. Same build Waters had.
I think that's a bit of a work in progress. 5 on the shot clock for Cooper. There he goes. Inside off the side. The NBA has been much more receptive to smaller guards in recent years. Well, every Georgia run that we've seen this evening has been matched by Auburn. The bounce pass. Cardwell attacking.
Does Cooper ever get in a hurry?
Right.
Well, for Georgia, it changes the way you play totally. And for Auburn, remember this, it wasn't just Okoro. Auburn lost 4 double figure. One of just 3 teams in this conference, Kentucky and Mississippi State, who can make that claim of losing 4 double figure scores. Cardwell, the block, Cooper, the spin, just hit the 3. History of humanity right there. Tigers lead it by 16, a 13-1 run in the last 3 minutes. Roy, are we seeing another example as you take a look at the block differential? Are we seeing another example of road success?
How about Georgia opened up the second half on a 7-0 run. Auburn has since responded in the midst of a 16-3 barrage. Cooper was
offensive group of teams that in the SEC that I've seen in a long time. But Roy, I want to go back to that Alabama, Derek McKee, Jim Farmer, Terry Croner, Michael Angsley, and former Alabama play. Crean, what can you do in a game like this? I would talk to the team about winning 1 segment. We're close to the under 12 in that 4-minute segment and go from there.
Well, it's right time as well, but all the blocks in transition, and Sharife Cooper too much for Georgia to handle.
It's not like Auburn has made a lot of threes.
Right. Balls back in action, currently listed as a 2 seed, according to ESPN bracketologist Joe Lin. 15 points, 9 assists.
Not only
Wheeler
a
just
tall
kind of
team,
tossed one up there. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Not only a tall team, Roy, but a bouncy team.
Yeah. Case in point for the Tigers tonight. It's the best since Bruce Pearl took over. Those right at the rim. It's been impressive.
Today we were going to have the score. I would, first of all, told you.
I mean, he may have one in him tonight by the time it's all said and done. Attacking. How about that move? At 10 of 24.
That's hard to fathom.
Yeah, it is. Cooper. Swat. Williams wants it, takes it. Tonight. What is it with you in the carnival?
You just can't see that. You never see that.
Johnson, 5 of 19, but it has not mattered.
This will be one of the challenges, I think, going forward for Georgia. If they're going to play Wheeler and Johnson together, I just don't. Wins are going to be hard to come by. You've got to find offense.
Johnson, a strong finish. Give him 12. Ahead. Cooper between the legs. Step back. Rainbow. Cooper taking his time, attacking.
Their shots happened in transition.
Georgia facing off against the Lady Vols in Knoxville at 6:30 Eastern. Florida.
Watch out. Watch out.
Lead is 14. Cooper nearly. And let's give some love, too, to Katie Johnson. First career game as a Georgia Bulldog. So both staffs telling us how emotional they got and just finding out the news. Go ahead. Williams a rebound. Sharife Cooper with 23.
Well, what I started to say was, you know, Georgia lost by 10 to Mississippi State. Then they had that heartbreak saw, and it's almost like that bad second half has spilled over into this game.
I would agree. 20.
Oh, my goodness. This is where the guys who do have necks start getting up or now.
Absolutely you do. Tigers will get Kentucky
League right now, and then Missouri.
Hey, they're still undefeated.
Yeah, that's right. And then how about that January 30th? Old veterans and the young talented freshmen. I do think they've got to get better offensively.
Oh, what a look. Impressive for KD and for Sharife. And we've certainly been treated to an impressive.
He'll find you.
He wasn't practicing at full speed that entire time when the NCAA.
Well, that'll be scary.
He's going to have 20-plus points tonight. And we will send you to Stark Vegas as soon as we're done in Athens.